What's up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy JP, hoping to make your install life a whole lot easier. Today we got a Honda Fit. I'm gonna show you how to actually put a remote start on this. It's pretty easy, but first we gotta get behind the instrument cluster because we need to do all our connections at the BCM. So you wanna lower the steering column, pop that top part off, and the bezel in front of the instrument cluster is only held in by clips. And then you only have 3 screws holding the cluster in, but in order to properly remove it, you're gonna have to take these vents out because the AC vents above the radio has some type of little ridge that is blocking the instrument cluster from coming out fully. You got to do the same thing on the left side. Take off that side panel, drop the knee buster, and then you remove the left vent as well, and then that's going to allow the instrument cluster to come out 1,000 times easier. It's going to be way easier than just trying to maneuver and then possibly bending the panel. Just go ahead and take those other 2 vents off and you can get to that BCM way faster. Now we have the 3 connectors. We're only going to use the 2 on the left side. There's going to be a 36 pin connector and a 20 pin connector, and then there's more than enough room just to drop the rest of the remote start wires down the back of the instrument panel. So first we're going to go ahead and take out the first one. That's going to be the 20 pin, and I'm so glad we had the T harness. Now if we didn't have the T harness, it wasn't going to be bad. It was going to be like a 15 wire connection at the same 2 plugs, but you're going to have to either military splice the wires, cut the wires. Now you ain't got to cut all the wires, but just one in particular. There's an ignition 2 wire in that 36 pin harness. I think it's pin 34, and you have 2 wires coming from the remote start. One needs to go to the key side, one needs to go to the connector side. So for all the people who don't like to cut wire harnesses, that's one that you're going to have to cut if you're installing the remote start, if you don't want to get the T harness. So I just advise you get the T harness because now we're literally plug and play and we're good. So programming this inside the vehicle is pretty easy. You just turn it on, it'll flash green, and turn it off. But we do have to clone this, which means we got to unplug the remote start, plug it back into the computer, and continue the extended clone programming. Now if you have 2 physical keys, then you don't have to do this, but if you only have 1 key, you're going to have to do it. Very important, when you're unplugging it, before you go back into the computer, make sure you unplug the power last, and when you get done reprogramming it before you put it back inside the vehicle, make sure you plug the power up first. Very important that you do that so everything programs correctly. Now we're just going to check our remotes. 3-time lock from the factory key, and the other ones work perfect. God bless y'all. Peace.